What's up, guys? Sorry if I look crazy right now, but I just wanted to be very open and vulnerable with you guys. I just finished doing another hypnosis session by that guy, Michael Seeley, that I showed you in another video about past life regression therapy. And the one I decided to do today, which I feel like everyone should do, is called Sleep Hypnosis for Healing the Inner Child. And I literally just finished doing it, and I decided I wanted to share how I was feeling in the moment so that you guys knew I wasn't just pretending that it affected me, or that I was just like, oh yes, this really works, just to try and talk something up that I don't actually believe in. It was called Hypnosis for Meeting Your Inner Child, and I will save the link and put it under in the description box. But I really feel like probably almost everybody has something from their childhood that has traumatized them, or that has deeply hurt them in ways that they're not ready to admit, or in ways that they didn't think at the time would so deeply affect them today, until you go back there and you relive it and you revisit it and you realize how deeply it has kept you from things today in your life right now. There are a lot of things in my personal life that have happened to me throughout my childhood that I was very naive. I was very open and just trusted everybody. I still am I'm not as naive anymore, but I definitely still was up until very late, teens. And there were a lot of things that happened that I just said, oh, well, it's just because of this. Oh, it's just because of that. They didn't mean that. They weren't trying to do that. That's not what their intention was. They wouldn't do that, because I thought that people were like me and didn't have bad intentions. And some of those experiences were because people had bad intentions. They were at a bad point in their lives, and the things that they did affected me, even though I acted like they didn't. And my mom tried to get me counseling at one point, and I rejected it very hard. And at the time, I didn't think I was rejecting it. I literally was just like, oh, there's nothing, I'm fine, everything's fine, there's nothing wrong with me. But in reality, I just was very afraid to share how I felt and speak my voice and open my mouth to talk, because I'm not trying to badmouth how I was parented, but I was taught to be very quiet and not speak out of term, and to respect the things that I was being told. And I would get scared to express how I felt, because when I was trying to express how I felt, I started crying, and my mom never understood why I was crying, and so she'd get upset and she'd be like, why are you crying? And then that would make me want to cry more, and then I would shut down. And I think that I would cry because of other things that had happened that I hadn't expressed, and they were becoming up through my emotions with whatever was happening. And this created a very blocked throat chakra for me. I will make a video about chakras, but basically it's an energy center here that rules being able to communicate and speak your mind and voice your honest truth. And I wrote this down. I'm just going to share it because I'm not trying to make this a super long video. I wrote this about the experience. So I just did a hypnosis for my inner child. She is here with me now. She feels that she has missed so much of my life. From that time that I decided to leave her and leave my childlike nature. Through all of the things I experienced as a child, I remained kind, strong, and open to love despite the things I had seen. It was through holding on to these things that I was able to connect to her again. There is so much I have to admit hurt me as a child, because I refused to think others were hurting me or taking advantage. But accepting that those things did hurt me is the fastest way to heal them and let that child I once was meet me again in the life that I'm in right now. By opening myself up to the idea that there were experiences that hurt me, I also am allowing my current self healing as well. I have opened my throat chakra during this experience, which has always been blocked for me. Through never expressing what happened or how it made me feel, I kept my throat closed for so long, which has affected me until this very day. 40 minutes changed my life, and it can change yours too. I strongly recommend that everyone try this video. It's going to be one of the most important things that you do as you continue on your soul journey, because the best way to be your truest self is to go back to your truest self, which is you as a child. And healing those things that you might claim don't hurt you like I said they didn't is going to make a big difference for how well and how purely and how accurately you're going to feel like you're actually living your real life. How close to who you are you'll feel. Because without healing that you from your childhood, there's going to be a part of you that's always missing from the equation, and it's going to be a trigger for whenever you decide to get into a relationship. It's going to come back up, and it's going to need healing at some point. The best time to do that is now, and it did not take long at all. And I definitely feel different. There's still a lot of things that I'll have to go over through my childhood, because there were multiple things and multiple experiences that I had seen or had that I know I'll need to actually reflect on. But just doing the video one time has opened up so much for me, and I felt it important to share that with you and anyone who's watching this, anyone who has been hurt as a child, anyone who has felt alone, anyone who has felt scared growing up or felt like they didn't have anybody there to protect them. I really recommend that you do this video. I really recommend that you do this video, because it will help to heal pain that you never caused yourself. It was never your fault. It was never something you could control. So I strongly recommend that you go back and love who you were as a child. And I think that's all I'm going to say, because I want it to be an experience that you have with yourself, and I wanted to share it here so that way it can find those people who truly need it, who are really hurting and don't know how to heal because the pain is back there where they won't go. So thank you for listening. I hope you're having a great day or night wherever you are. You are loved, and you are important, and you are special. And I hope that you find the healing that you need. And I will talk to you guys next time on Moon Lagoon. Okay. Have a good day. Peace and love.